news and views and reports from different points of the world, especially the Islamic and Arabic countries, from the Middle East, and want to make you updated on the status of the markets. We have different news for you that I think it's nice for you to pay attention. The first one is about the Chinese brands, which has had a bad reputation these days, which the Chinese brand are at risk nowadays after a toy recall. The Mattel company, which gathered toys from around the world, from the manufacturers, which gathered the toys from the different factories in China, nowadays has had a very recalled millions of toys nowadays, and has a problem with the reputation of this company. One of the factories which gathered made on these toys for are in Guangdong province in Foshan city, and once made millions of toys for Mattel. Now, because of the bad reputation and its reputation is ruined, has boxes of toys, stacked in firms loading bay, and are going nowhere from this company. There was a security guard standing by the gate, and I was asked where are all the employees, and he said they've been sent home and there will be no coming back for them. It's a tense time for everybody at this factory, and the boss of the factory, Mr. Zhang Shuheng, has committed suicide in one of the factory's buildings, and because he was so ashamed of the scandal that he has created. And the workers said, we didn't know what we are making and what was the problem with the color that we had, and we were shocked, and we found out from the newspapers, one of the workers said. From a 5,000 strong workforces, there is no one in this factory, let me tell you. Officials in Beijing said that they are working with their US counterparts to ensure the customers' safety, that people have the customer safety from now on. The scale of the challenge is really considerable, very big, because 10,000 factories in China are making toys nowadays in China, and they are making 80% of the world's toys. It's a huge deal, and China is the world's biggest factory. It's turning the factory day after day. The second one is about the water scarcity that are looming these days. As you know, we have the problem of the water nowadays in our country and around the world, because the amount of the water in the world is infinite, but the number of us is growing, and the use of the water is faster day after day. A third of the world's population live in water-stressed countries. By the 2025, this number is going to be the 2/3, and there is more than enough water available in total for everyone's basic needs. The UN recommends that every person around the world needs 50 liters of the water for basic needs for drinking, washing, cooking, and sanitation. In 1990, over 1 billion people did not even have that 50 liters of water. Providing US universal access to the basic minimum worldwide by 2015 would take less than 1% of the world's amount of the water we use today, but we are a long way from from achieving this goal. As you know, poverty places and people that are in poverty regions have more problem with the water, and the poor are the ones who suffer the most. Water shortages can mean long walks for fetching water, and high prices to buy it, and food insecurity, and disease from drinking the bad and dirty water. But let's remember that for millions of people, achieving water is the right of them, and getting it right is the matter of life and death. The next one is about the NASA and the shuttle, US shuttle by the name of the Endeavour, because NASA says repair unlikely for US shuttle. NASA is optimistic that the space shuttle Endeavour will not need repair to the gauge on its underside before it returns to Earth, and on a journey to Earth. It doesn't need any repair. Endeavour is carrying out of a 14-day mission to continue the assembly of an international space station, which is called the ISS. During launch on 8 August, a chunk of insulating foam hit the shuttle, creating a square gouge about the length of a business card. And the U.S. Space Agency managers have been carrying out tests back on the Earth to determine whether two astronauts should go for the spacewalk to repair the damage. The thermal heat shield is designed to protect the orbiter from the searing heat on re-entry, which that temperature maybe is rise to 2000 centigrades. It's very hot. Mrs. R. Morgan, 55, originally trained at NASA as a backup for Krista McAuliffe, who was selected for NASA teacher in the space program announced by U.S. President Reagan in 1980s. McAuliffe and 6 other astronauts were killed in 1986 in the shuttle Challenger when the leaky booster rocket triggered an explosion 73 seconds after it launched. Yes, unfortunately, the mission was scheduled for 11 days, but it extended to 14 days thanks to a new piece of equipment that allows the shuttle to tap into the ISS, International Space Station. The next one is about the China, the biggest player of the market these days. The China plans safety talks with the U.S. because, as you know, nowadays the Chinese brand has a bad reputation in the United States and especially around the world. U.S. toymaker Mattel this week recalled, as you know, more than 18 million toys after finding that the paints used may contain lead. This prompted a senior U.S. senator to call for all toys to be inspected before imported to the country from China. In what some say is a tit for tat retaliation, China has now banned imports of pork from several U.S. Suppliers. Beijing says that the meat may contain a banned growth hormone, which is not banned in U.S. but it's banned in China from being used. Then with the latest in what is proven to be the particularly difficult phase in trade relations between the United States and China. It's something to be dealt. The toy maker said that some toys, including the Polly Pocket, Batman Magna, Doggy Daycare, and One Piece playsets, contain small magnets that could come loose and may be swallowed by the children. It's very bad and make problems for them. Even 5 types of seafood is banned to be imported from China because U.S. inspectors say that they too often find chemicals that grow seafood that are banned in the United States. Seafood factories in China have entered a bad moment since they are the victim of playing the tit-for-tat game between United States and Chinese officials. Although these factories are rebuilt in high-tech fashion, but the problem of proving the safety still remains. So U.S. has some plans to inspect all of the entries and all of the products, especially toys, because the toys are being used by the children. And if not safe, wouldn't allow those toys to be imported to the market and brought to the market. Let's take a look at the corporate results. Some corporate results have been posted for us, and I will let you know about them. Let me start from the Switzerland. The Nestle, the world's biggest food company, has posted the first half net profit results that has beaten the analyst expectations, as profits up more than 18%, equal to more than $4 billion US. The Swiss bank UBS Union Bank Suisse has posted second quarter of 2007 record that have overshadowed by worrying comments about the impact of the looming credit crunch in the coming month. And the last one is about the insurance giant, the Zurich Financial. Has beaten expectations with a 30% increase in the first half net profit, despite the rough flooding in the UK. Thank you for being with us. This was the news from me, Abdulmajid Masoumi, and the rest of the team. We hope you have a nice day. Thank you for joining us. Hope you join us next time, the same time. From me, Abdulmajid Masoumi, and the rest of the team, it's goodbye. Bye-bye.